Welcome to Motivation at Hand, Ma. To know is to know how. Sirius gleams, a beacon of night's embrace. Guided by Dogon tales of Nomo's grace. As ancient stories paint the cosmic space. Eons later, NASA reaches out joining the chase. The dog star whispers of an age-old place. Dogon legends, a celestial trace. NASA's tools capture its radiant face. Yet in the Dogon's truest base is up in space. In Mali's sands, stories arise and flow. Of Nomo's wisdom, and mysteries they bestow. NASA, with technology at hand sought to know. The same starlight the Dogon did show. Modern meets ancient, in starry design. Both looking up, where the heavens align. Dogon's heritage, NASA's defining line. Together they study, under the stars that shine. Sirius glowing, as the most luminous star when night falls. Its name comes from the Greek term sigma epsilon rho iota omicron sigma, or Sirios, which translates to burning or blazing. It's also known as Alpha Canis Majoris or simply Alpha Chima. At a brightness level of -1.46, it outshines Canopus, the second brightest star, by nearly double. In the 1920s, Marcel Grial, a math expert and former Air Force member in France, aimed to join a top school. Between 1928 and 1933, he traveled to study different cultures. In 1930, during a trip to Mali, he and another researcher, Germain Dieterlen, met the Dogon tribe and learned about the Nomo mystery. Before talking about the Nomo, it's important to understand the Dogon tribe's background. Laird Scranton, in his book Sacred Symbols of the Dogon, The Key to Advanced Science in the Ancient Egyptian Hieroglyphs, highlights the unique place of the Dogon among ancient cultures. On page 3, Scranton writes, among all of these cultures, Greece, Sumer, India, and China, some Polynesian cultures such as the Maori of New Zealand, and even the Olmec and Mayan cultures of the Americas. Among all of these cultures, the Dogon are of particular interest because they have survived to this day as a cohesive society, still seemingly observant of some of the most ancient traditions and yet also able to express those traditions in coherent, modern terms. The mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand of the Dogon tribe. The Dogon reside in Mali's desert, close to Burkina Faso. Their history traces back to around the year 1000, when they relocated here to elude the rising empires, amidst the fierce combat near the Niger River. Researchers have delved into their various secrets, but our focus is their intricate cosmogony. Their cosmology is rooted in Alma. Their faith is rooted in Alma, the deity, and the movements of the egg of the world. As per their beliefs, the Nomo, the Dogon's 8 ancestors, brought clay from the heavens, symbolizing the construction of their granaries. This representation, seemingly straightforward, holds deep cosmic knowledge. Their granary exemplifies the universe, its layers representing both the genders of the Dogon and the cosmic bodies, including Pleiades, Orion, and a comet. All began with a life-containing basket. Celestial wisdom of the Dogon. What baffled Grial and Dieterlen was the Dogon's profound astronomical wisdom. Despite only recently interfacing with modern civilization, they showcased knowledge Western science had not fully discerned. Specifically, their understanding of Sirius. The Dogon described Sirius as a binary system, Sirius A and Sirius B, detailing their elliptical orbit and even the precise location of Sirius A within this orbit. This was particularly intriguing as the American astronomer Alvin Clark only theorized the existence of Sirius B in 1862, and its photographic proof came in 1970. However, the Dogon had knowledge of this centuries earlier. Aptly naming Sirius B as Potolo, a heavy grain, analogous to the high-density white dwarf that Sirius B is. This wisdom wasn't limited to Sirius. The Dogon portrayed Saturn with rings. New Jupiter had 4 primary moons. Recognized Earth's spherical nature, its rotation and revolution. And illustrated our galaxy as a vast spiral. The Dogon's knowledge predates the discoveries by Western astronomers of the 20th century. For the Dogon, Sirius B, the universe's anchor, was where all matter, including souls, originated in a complex spiral motion, mirrored in their intertwined baskets. Saturn's rings, Jupiter's primary moons, their solar, lunar, Sirius, and Venus calendars, and the knowledge of planets orbiting the Sun illustrate a profound understanding. Their wisdom isn't an inherited observational knowledge, like Western civilizations. They simply possess this knowledge. This being the most perplexing aspect of the Dogon enigma, meaning it remains mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand by Western scientists. Drawing parallels, we see the Philistine fish deity Dogon, and the early Christian fish symbol. The Nomo, possibly a harbinger of ancient wisdom, casts its long shadow across Africa, perhaps awaiting an audience ready to uncover ancient truths. Sirius, gleaming in the velvet night. A cosmic jewel, shining ever bright. Through time's vast expanse, you are our guiding light. In the endless dance, our celestial sight. Anchoring tales old, and futures so new. A beacon for sailors, poets, and crew. Star of legends, to which dreamers accrue. Sirius, the universe honors you. Much appreciation to you for giving of your time with us at Motivation at Hand. To know is to know how. We trust you will come back soon.